Hello, this is Becky Dickinson reporting for Devon Live this morning. I'm down in Westward Ho for a little tour of the beach and the area. I hope you can see me okay this morning and hear me. It's a little bit windy and I'm really squinting into the camera, so apologies for that. But I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can have a look at the beach this morning. That's if I can see it. There we go. So I'm just on the promenade by Westward Ho Beach this morning. So there's the beach out there. I don't know if you can see in the distance, there's the sea pool. That's right in front of me. There's loads of beach this morning. It's still quite low tide. So we're just going to go for a little wander around. Do let me know if you can see me okay or hear me. Send me a comment if you like. So a few people on the beach this morning enjoying the lovely sunny weather. So it's currently about 15 degrees today, but the temperatures are set to rise all week. So if my forecast is correct, it's going to be a fabulous 27 degrees by Friday. So about 15 degrees today, but really lovely sunny day. You can probably see the blue sky, a few white clouds, a really clear view out to Lundy this morning as well. I'm just going to try and zoom in case you can't see it. So does this work? So I don't know if you can see Lundy Island just out in front of me there. And then just over there, I think we can see the Oldenburg. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if you can see that. That's the ship that goes to Lundy every day. And there's Lundy. Right, we're just going to have a little head down towards the beach. I'm going to show you this as well. So this is Fill Up the Fish. So Fill Up the Fish is there for all your plastic, so you can recycle everything in him or her. Poor Philip's got a bit of a flat tyre. I think that happened during the last storm, Storm Eunice. So you might recognise that ice cream van right there. So that's the famous Hockings. Can't come to Westward Ho without having a Hockings. Look, there's not even much of a queue today, so if you fancy an ice cream today, come down. Good time now. So there are other ice cream options available, of course. I should probably mention those. So there's one of them just there. So here we go. I'm just at the slipway to Westward Ho Beach right now, just heading down to the sand. So at the moment, this slipway is quite accessible. Sometimes it gets covered with water at the bottom, but at the moment it's looking quite clear, so it's an easy walk down to the beach. A few people on the beach this morning. I don't know if you can see a few people flying kites, and we've got some waves this morning. It's not epic, but it's looking okay. So I'm just going to head on to the sand now. So this part of the beach is now dog free, so the dog ban comes into place on the 1st of May, so that's been in place for a few weeks now. Always causes a few arguments when you get dogs on this part of the beach, but if you have got a dog you can use the far end of the beach, that's still fine. So we're just going to head down towards the sea. Oh hi, I've got a message from Jean. Hello Jean, who says, good afternoon from Ilfracombe. How is it in Ilfracombe, Jean? Is it sunny there too? So just heading down to the sea. So thanks for tuning in today. This is Becky Dickinson for Devon Live. I'm at Westward Ho. I'm on the Blue Flag Beach. It's a really lovely clear day. It's about 15 degrees, so it's not super hot, but it's certainly nice and sunny, and there's a nice blue sky. Lots of waves, not massive, but quite nice if you fancy a play today in the sea. And we've also got the lifeguards out at the moment. I don't know if you can see the flags, got the red and yellow flags and the black and white flags for the surfers, and there's the lifeguard van there. And we've also got more lifeguards halfway up the beach at the Sandymere entrance. That's the other slipway. So do let me know if you can see and hear me okay this morning. It is a little bit breezy, but hopefully you can hear me. I'm struggling to read the messages because the sun is really reflecting on my screen, but I'll do my best. So do let me know what it's like where you are today in Devon. I hope you're having a sunny day, and if you're stuck at a desk, I'm really sorry, and you can enjoy a virtual tour of the beach instead. So I'm just having a little lunch break, wandering around the beach this morning, just checking out what's going on. So you'd be pleased to see there are no dogs on the beach at the moment, so the dog ban is in place. Sometimes people do break the rules, and that does get people's backs up, but good news is there are no dogs on the beach this morning. I think we've got a few surfers out there, or bodyboarders. So if you love Westward Ho, or you've been in the past and you want to see somewhere in particular, do let me know if there's somewhere you want me to wander over to, and I'll do my best. as long as it's not maybe up the coast path, because that's quite a long way. I don't know if you can see just up there. And then in the distance, so there's the coast path, and it goes all the way from here, you can see all the way right to Heartland on the end. And on a clear day like today, you can actually see the lighthouse at Heartland. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but I can see it from where I'm standing. So it's about 15 degrees, really nice day today, and the forecast is looking amazing for this week. So I think the temperature is set to climb every day, reaching 27, I think, by Friday, if correct. And there's no rain forecast at all, so it's going to be a really nice week, which is maybe not such good news for gardeners, but great for coming to the beach anyway. So I'm just heading to the water. I'm not going to go in today because I've got my clothes on. Hi Colleen, there's a message from Colleen. It says, it looks beautiful. It is really beautiful today. It's always beautiful at Westward Ho. I'm a bit biased, but it is always beautiful, whatever the weather. Oh, there's someone standing up on the board just there. I'm going to try and zoom in before they wipe out. So we've got a few people in the water. I don't know if you can just see a few bobbing heads. They look like seals, but they're surfers. A few of them out there today. A few more heading in as well. And there we've got the lifeguards. They've been here for a few weeks now. It's always really reassuring when they turn up, especially if you've got kids, and you just feel that little bit safer when they're in the sea, knowing that somebody is watching. So hi Colin, I've got a hi from Colin. Hockings ice cream, yeah, you can't come to Westward Ho without a Hockings. I don't know if you saw, I did just pass the van before, but I didn't get Hockings that time. But yeah, famous Hockings ice cream. I think they're actually from Appledore, but they're always in Westward Ho. And there's usually a van at both slipways actually, the Westward Ho one and the Sandymere one. So I'm just going to carry on walking down the beach a little bit further, so if you're stuck in an office today or you're stuck indoors, you can enjoy a little tour of the beach, just a virtual tour. It's quite a quiet day on the beach today. It was quite busy this weekend. I think it's going to get busier and busier as we head into the summer holidays, but today is a great time to come down if you want a bit of peace and the beach. Not quite to yourself, but almost. So Colleen says it's cloudy in South Devon right now. Sorry to hear that, Colleen. It's quite sunny here. There are some clouds. You can probably see them, but it's quite a nice day. It's not boiling. It's very comfortable. I did put some sun cream on. So just some small waves today, and I'm about to get my feet wet, so I'm just going to quickly move back. So thanks for listening today. This is Devon Live and we're at Westward Ho. Just doing a little walk along the Blue Flag beach here. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. It's a little bit breezy, but thanks for joining me. I'm just doing a little tour of Westward Ho and a quick walk on the beach just to see what's going on here today. So if there's anywhere you want me to check out, just drop me a comment and I'll do my best. So as you can see, probably see, the beach is really quiet today. It's almost empty actually, this part. And this is also the dog-free part. So the dog ban came into place on the 1st of May. So there's no dogs now until the end of September. Although you can have dogs on the far end of the beach. But I didn't bring mine today because I'm on the Westward Ho end. Oh, so I'm just trying to read a message from Christina Jones here. My favourite place to be Down tomorrow. Oh, that's great news, Christina. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to read the messages because it's quite glary on my screen. But I hope you have a lovely time when you come, Christina. And if it's anything like today, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And I think actually it might even be a little bit hotter as the week goes on. So as you probably know, Westward Ho is the only place in the UK to have an exclamation mark after its name. When I was a kid, I used to see the buses and they said Westward Ho on the front, and I didn't realise, and I thought it was like Westward Ho bound, and I thought that for years until I actually realised it was the actual name of the place. So yeah, only place in the country to have an exclamation mark. So very important that that is included. So I hope you can see this okay. It's a little bit breezy and my phone is probably a little bit wobbly, but hopefully you get the idea. So there's the sea, the sand, Lundy Island in the distance. I'll just try and zoom in so you can maybe see that a little bit more. So on a clear day you get a really good view of Lundy Island, and today is fairly clear, so hopefully you can see that too. And before I could actually see the boat, but it seems to have disappeared into the horizon somewhere. So I'm just going to zoom back out. So I hope you're having a good Monday, whatever you're doing, whether that's working or stuck at home. And the beach is here if anybody can make the beach. It's lovely and quiet today, loads of space to spread out. If not, you can just enjoy the view from your computer or your phone. Oh, that was a rather large bee. So I'm just going to head this way up the beach, away from the sea now. And the lovely thing about Westward Ho is it's got this pebble ridge, which you can probably see in front. So this is pebbles that go all along the beach and help to protect it. And you can probably see, I'll just zoom in. So that's a famous feature of Westward Ho Beach. And it also means that when the tide comes up, you've got somewhere to sit, because it's a really tidal beach here. So the whole sand will be swallowed up at high tide, but you can still perch on the pebbles at the top just there. I think somebody told me it's one of the most tidal beaches in the UK. I can't quite verify that, but I have been told. It certainly seems very tidal. We have huge beaches and then no beach whatsoever. So at certain times of the year you can see shipwrecks under the sand. And I'd love to say I can see one today, but I can't. I think we might have passed that time of year. So you can just enjoy the lovely sand instead. So I'm just heading back up towards the slipway now. So in the distance, if you can see, there's the coast path right on the top of the cliffs there. So that goes all the way to Heartland, if you can see that far. So it's a really beautiful day today. About 15 degrees, but I'd say it feels warmer than that. Nice blue sky, a little bit cloudy, but it's really lovely. I don't think it's going to rain today. And it's going to get hotter and hotter all week. So 27 degrees, apparently, by Friday. So that's going to be amazing. Just in time for the weekend. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know how it is where you are in Devon. If you're enjoying a nice sunny day, like we are in Westward Ho in North Devon. So hi Woody, I've got a message from Woody Homer, I think that says, who says it's a great beach. It really is, I love this beach. So it's a blue flag beach, just loads and loads of space to spread out. I think it's about 2 miles from one end to the other, and then you can carry on around the corner as well. Oh, that's good to know. So I've got a message from Reginald Pam, who says she's watching from Ilfracombe. I'm not sure if it's Reginald and Pam or Reginald Pam, but they're watching from Ilfracombe, and very sunny there as well. Oh, that's good to hear. So I'm just heading back up towards the slipway now, still a way off. And as you can see, it's super quiet today. It's very peaceful, very relaxing. We've got the lifeguards out, even though there's not much going on in the water. They're always here every day now, I think until about 6 o'clock every evening, so that's always a good sign. We've got a few people in the water, a few surfers going in, and the flags are out. In fact, the flags are just getting moved, so I'm assuming the tide's coming in because they're just bringing the flags up the beach. I don't know if you can see that far, but they're just moving the flags to a new position. So if you haven't been to Westward Ho before, I totally recommend it. It's a glorious beach. It doesn't tend to get quite as busy as places like Croyd and Woolacombe, but I'd say it's just as lovely. It does get busy in the summer, but not quite as busy as some of the other spots perhaps. And it's just a lovely place for a day out. A weekend visit. There's loads of parking on the burrows, so the northern burrows are just behind the Pebble Ridge there. You can probably see the pebbles, that's part of Westward Ho Beach, and behind there's lots of parking on the Northern Burrows Country Park. Watching from Northam, hi Colin and Wendy. Nice to have you watching today. And Jules, watching from Westward Ho. Oh, so maybe Jules is actually on the beach, give me a wave. And Rob Dodson from Brixham, from South Devon, who says it's lovely and sunny. That's good to hear. So you can probably see the lovely blue sky ahead. Well, blue skies all around actually. I'll just do a quick panorama so you can have a look. I hope you can see what's going on because I can't see a lot because of the glare on my phone, but hopefully this is making some kind of sense. So there we've got the red and yellow flags out, so it means it's safe to go in the water. And the lifeguard van, always good to see. I always think that must be an amazing job, just to be a lifeguard on the beach, sitting in your van or on the sand on a sunny day. And I know they're hugely appreciated in Westward Ho and on other beaches around Devon, of course, as well. So if you've just joined us, I'm on Westward Ho Beach in North Devon, just for a little wander around, just checking out what's going on, checking out the seaside vibes this morning. It's a lovely sunny day, it's about 15 degrees, although it does feel a bit warmer than that, I have to say. And it's extremely quiet, so it was quite a busy weekend here. Not heaving, there's always space, but it was fairly busy, and today is lovely and quiet. So I'm just having a little tour around, just to show you some of the sights. Mainly, to be honest, just the sand and the sea, because that's really what Westward Ho is all about. But I'm going to head up the slipway in a minute and see what else is up there. So do let me know if you've got any problems with the sound or the picture. Let me know how it is where you are in Devon. Hopefully it's sunny all over Devon today, not just here. You can probably just hear the roar of the sea on that side, and then there's the clink of the pebbles on the other side. I don't know if you can pick that up through the phone. So I can actually see two Hockings ice cream vans from where I am. So there's one right at the top of the slipway, and then there's another one just on the green in Westward Ho as well, just opposite the green. So I'll head up there in a second. If you've never had a Hockings, then that's got to be tried. So I'm just going to head up the slipway in a minute. So I'm on Westward Ho Beach. I'm on the no dog zone at the moment. So from the 1st of May, dogs are banned on this part of the beach. And that's what helps to give it the blue flag status as well. So it's a lovely clean beach. It's a great one for children. It's very, well, as beaches go, as the sea goes, it's a very safe one for children to explore. We've got some rock pools over there, so that's always good fun. There's a few people rock pooling today. And that's the Pebble Ridge just there. So I'm just approaching the slipway now. So here we are. This is the slipway that leads up from the beach. And as you can see, it's really accessible today. Sometimes it does get a bit covered in water at the bottom, but at the moment it's really accessible, so it's very easy if you've got a pushchair to get onto the beach. So it's a lovely family-friendly beach. I'm just going to head up the path back towards Westward Ho. So Jules is saying, try a Hockings. Oh, I'd love to, Jules. I might have to do that later. That might have to be my lunch today, actually. I do love a Hockings. I particularly like the oysters, I have to say. So I think I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do a Hockings with clotted cream. So if you've never tried that, then I do recommend the Hockings with clotted cream. There we go. There's the iconic, I think we could describe it as, Hockings ice cream van. That's just overlooking Westward Ho Beach there, and there's no queue today. So on a weekend, you'd normally have quite a long queue from the Hockings van. Oh, so Paul Richards has commented to say he's watching from Solihull. We were down there 4 weeks ago. Oh, that's great to hear, Paul. I hope you had a brilliant time. Stayed in Ocean View Apartments. Oh, that's great to hear, and great to hear that you're still keeping an eye on Devon and what's going on. So I hope you're coming back soon. So I'm just walking along the promenade now, just towards the village green. So we've got the amusement centre to my left, you can probably see. So that's where you get all the 2p machines, that's good fun. We've got the Fairway Boy, which is this seaside bar, which has recently had a bit of a makeover actually, so it's looking really nice at the moment. And there's some undercover seating area as well, I don't know if you can see that. So that's a great spot for a drink, especially at sunset. So I'm just going to wander up the promenade. So Jules Laverack is saying, lovely pub on the left. So that's one of Rob Braddock's pubs. So if you know Westward Ho, you probably heard of Rob Braddock, who owns lots of the bars. And, of course, the haunted house around here. So I'm actually going to be speaking to Rob Braddock next week to write a feature about him and his life and times in Westward Ho. So that'll be something to watch next week. So it's really quiet today. The beach is quiet, the village looks quiet. And I'm just going to head up to the green just for a quick final look around, see what's going on today. So I don't know if you can see, there's another Hockings van. So probably only 200 metres from the last one, but you can never have enough Hockings. So someone else says, watching from Northamptonshire. I think that says Joyce Cooper. Oh, that's nice to have you watching, Joyce. It's great to know that people are watching from around the country, not just in Devon. And there we go, there's the second Hockings van. I think there might be 11 of them in total dotted around North Devon, but we've usually got around 3 of them in Westward Ho, and there's the second one. No queue again. So this is the village green. So we have music events and other events during the summer and at other times of the year, Christmas as well. And just in front of me there's So Sweet. I don't know if you can see that. Loved by all the children in Westward Ho. So Sweet, sweet shop. And this is the green. I'm just going to have a little wander past the park. So I'm just heading along the promenade now to the side of the beach. I'm just going to go past the beach huts so you can have a look at those. They're looking very colourful as usual. And then I'll head on up to the sea pool, which is another brilliant feature of Westward Ho Beach. So it's a natural sea pool, which is great if you want to do a few lengths or just have a dip without getting in the sea. So There we've got some apartments just ahead of me. Just zoom out so you can see them. So thank you for joining me today. If you've just joined, I'm on a little walk around Westward Ho, so I've just had a little stroll along the beach. Now I'm just walking along the promenade, heading up towards the beach huts. It's a really lovely day, about 15 degrees today, possibly even a little bit more, and the weather is set to get better and better all through the week. So if you're thinking of visiting Westward Ho, it's a great week to pop over. Plenty of space on the beach today. I don't know if you can see that from here. We've got the lifeguards out, got the ice cream vans out, we've got the sun out. It's really got everything going for it today. So I've just had a message from Pauline Reed. Thanks for messaging, Pauline. So I think this says, love Devon. I live in Nottingham. My son lives in Dawlish. Oh, well, I hope you're going to get down for the summer, Pauline. Thanks for messaging. I'm sorry if I'm struggling to read these. It's quite glary. I'm just squinting at my screen. And someone else who says, watching from Port Stewart. I'm not actually sure where that is. Where's that, John? And I hope it's sunny wherever it is. Someone else watching from Solihull. So I'm glad that I can spread a bit of Devon further afield. If you can't get to the beach this week, I'm glad that you can at least watch it from Devon Live. So I'm just heading up to the beach huts. So these are another quite famous feature of Westward Ho. Although if you're thinking of buying one, don't bother, they're impossible to get hold of apparently. Not that I've tried, but I don't think people like to let go of these beach huts once they've got them. So I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see some of them. So these are just lovely to look at. So we've got some fence painting going on as well. Just go past there. So here we go. Lots of beach huts to admire and wish that you owned, of course. So I'm loving all the bunting. I'm guessing this was for the Jubilee. And I don't know if you can see, but on the ground just below me, we've got the Rudyard Kipling poem. This was put down there a few years ago. And I think it's called If Only, although it's really hard to read because they forgot to leave any spaces between the words. But there we go. You can probably get the idea. And I'm just heading up, just along the promenade. So the tide's coming in at the moment. There's still loads of beach left, but the tide is moving forwards. And you can hopefully see there is the sea pool. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So this has had a little bit of a makeover recently. The rocks have been cleared out. And this is just a fantastic pool if you don't fancy going in the waves, or if it's a bit choppy, or you just want a quick dip. And this is really well used. Lots of people swim in this every day. There's a couple down there at the moment. All through the year this is used. Even in January and February when it's absolutely freezing. But this is a real asset to Westward Ho as well. So, Port Stewart's in Northern Ireland. Thanks for clearing that up, John. That's John Logan Murray. So thanks for watching from Northern Ireland today. How's the weather up there? I hope it's good. And Lundy Island in the distance, says Jules. Yeah, there is. I think you can probably get quite a good view of that now. Let me just zoom in. Right, can anyone see Lundy? There we go. Hopefully you can just make out Lundy in the background. I can see a fishing boat or two as well. So Lundy Island, you can get a boat to Lundy from Ilfracombe or Bideford. I think they go every day. You might want to take some seasickness tablets if you get a bit seasick though. So there we go. Lundy Island, Westward Ho, the sea pool, sand, sun, beach huts and Hocking's ice cream vans. So it's a really lovely day at Westward Ho today. I am a little bit biased. It's always lovely at Westward Ho, but it's looking splendid today. So thank you for joining me. This is Becky Dickinson. You've been listening to Devon Live. If you want to find out more about what's going in your area, just pop over to devonlive.com. And thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.